1st, and this is the middle of 2021. I hope that your first 6 months will be better than this last 6 months, and I'm going to pull cards for each of the signs just to kind of give you a flavor of what's going on. We're in the sign of Cancer, which is I feel. So it has a lot to do with the nurturing side of parenting, the absolute unconditional loving part of it. And the card for you, Cancer, is the Two of Wands. And in this deck, represents an ancestor showing a spirit of a younger person that's manifesting how to make fire. So it's the options that you have. And since it's a two, there's the choices and the balance and the equipoise. And then the wands represent the spirit or the ability to choose individually what's best for yourself. Now, your opposite sign of Capricorn, its card is the Eight of Swords. So it's important that you Capricorns, which is the beginning of winter, that you also have the responsibility of the parenting, nurturing energy. But Capricorn tends to be more of the tough love, the drill sergeant, the how did you represent the family in the outer world. So it's about status and career. And the Eight of Swords can be about the narrative or the story you tell yourself that makes you feel victimized or martyred. So just like you chose something, Capricorn, you can unchoose it. And a lot of times you can do things out of duty, out of obligation. And the Eight of Swords is who told you that story? Who taught you that? Which mentor? Which parent? So, and then after Cancer comes Leo, which is Leo represents the I will, the intentional side of living, co-creating reality. And I'm shuffling the cards to get that interpersonal fire sign and energy. And the card is the Priestess of Disc. The priestess's mothers come from the heart, and disc or pentacles are earth. So it's about taking care of your body, your physical environment, and clothing, and eating well, and doing things that are nourishing, Leo. And typically the month before your birthday, the sign before your birthday, you go through review. So this yearly review that you go through at the beginning of Cancer or July, it's important that you review how you're treating the vehicle, the body that you have, because individual effort, self-care allows you to give freely, like the sun, your ruler, without resenting people asking or needing your help. And then your opposite sign of Aquarius, its card is the Three of Swords. This is about reconciliation through truth. All of the air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, you're here to tell the truth. Feelings aren't facts, and so we do need your air element, particularly you Aquarius, to give the group overview, to give the community overview, to be kind of the scholar or the record keeper. And the Three of Swords can represent a triangle that is connected but has friction, and it can be it's about coming from a position of not from heart woundedness or heart hurt, but coming from a position of the healing heart, which really does work out. And then Virgo is the next sign after Leo, and Virgo's card is the Death card. So death, no matter what you see in the movies or in comics or whatever, the Death card rarely, if ever, means that someone's about to die. It just means there's a transformation going on. Caterpillar, butterfly, snake shedding their skin, but it's about a transition, that a chapter is ending, Virgo. And you probably already are aware of what it is. You just need to be able to put on your big girl, big boy panties and drawers and just confront it, and understand that nature abhors or hates a vacuum. So by creating space in your life, you can bring something or someone or some aspect into your life that's new. Opposite you, that brings all those attendant pieces together, Virgo, is Pisces, and its card is the Sun or Knight of Swords. No responding to internet trolls or to people who are deliberately trying to provoke or goad you into argument, Pisces. It's important that you allow yourself to gather the facts, to use the facts of a situation, or your investigative reporter of situations, in order to decide what it is you would like to choose, what it is you would like to communicate, given the space and time to do so. So no rushing to judgment. Again, feelings aren't facts, and just because you believe something, Pisces, doesn't mean that we'll take you at your word. So gather your beliefs of what you suspect to be true, but also get the evidence that the Sun, Knight of Swords, asks. Now I'm going to shuffle again as we reach the Libra energy. Now Libra is the induction into the upper hemisphere, where those scales of justice are about balancing the ego and the soul. What's in your best interest versus what's in the relationship's best interest. And hopefully Libra can find and live a balance like that. And so your card, Libra, for the July, last half of the year, is the Five of Cups. So 2 cups have spilled. And what if I said there was a scenario in your emotional life that you had 5 cups? How many of those cups would you see have already spilled? And so it can definitely talk about your optimism versus your pessimism. And this is the only deck that I'm aware of that she only has 2 cups spilling. Most all other decks have 3. So they suggest that this author and artist are more optimistic. But it's about the loss, the grief, and the pain. And do you pick yourself back up? Do you do the proverbial bridge over troubled waters? And be able to take a lesson from the sign preceding you, which got the Death card, Virgo, and maybe they are the ones that are your partners through this transition, this emotional sense of that you're moving to a more calmer space. Aries is your opposite, so when you get 2 peacemaker and diplomatic, you need the Aries energy of the ability to, by opposite I mean complement, to just act in what's your best interest. And Aries, the first sign, has the Ace of Cups. So that suggests that the Aries individuals are diving into their divine feminine, their yin energy of connectedness and harmony and joy, and relating to others from a position of water. Water descends to its lowest level. So there's a humility innate in the water energy. You may find that water individuals, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, are some of your biggest cheerleaders right now, Aries. But it's that, and the swan on that card represents the beautiful neck, that bridge between the head of all these thoughts that you have, Aries, and the heart or the physical body that you use to act and move through the world. So act on your feelings, Aries. I'm going to do a little bit more shuffling for the Taurus Scorpio complementary axis of I have Taurus, we have Scorpio, or I create Scorpio, but it's the survivor's axis. Taurus does it through the biological imperative of propagating the species, and Scorpio does it through the social bonds that are formed through sex and through intimacies. That includes sex, or maybe not. Card for Taurus is a Taurus card, the Five of Pentacles. Each minor arcana can go to a different 10 degrees or 10 days of the zodiac within the 360 divided by 10. And so the Five of Pentacles is the first 10 days of Taurus, which represents the ability to follow one's own values and to consciously sacrifice if need be. Like, for instance, if use myself as an example, who has the Earth in Taurus, even though I'm a Scorpio, it's a whole nother discussion. But your complementary energy does keep you grounded on Earth. So Earth in Taurus basically says that I sacrificed being a lawyer to be a spiritualist. That was my value. This is more what I value than actually being in the law, even though I am licensed. The point is that you follow your own values. Ask for what you need, Taurus, and ask for what you want. Don't critically determine what you don't want. And you can take a lesson from your other earth element sign of Virgo and use the Death card to allow yourself to transition into the values that you want. And Scorpio's card is the King Shaman of Pentacles or Disc. So this is lifetimes of service on the androgynous or the non-binary mule. So the Scorpio is about that ability to integrate that other side of yourself. So as a male, cis, you integrating the yin or feminine, because it's Kuan Yin, not Kuan Yang, the relational aspect. And if you're Scorpio female, integrating the yang or the masculine, being able to be clear and concise and direct, and even dominating if need be. But the King Shaman of Pentacles is about managing one's resources, managing one's time, managing one's intention, and one's money as well. Gemini, I think, therefore I am. Gemini, your card is the Emperor. So that is definitely a rational thinking father card. Let's get things done. So get those to-do lists out for the second half of the year, Gemini. and come from things from a boundary perspective, but not necessarily just controlling, more from I am power and I intend to use my power in a way that's mutually beneficial. The Emperor is also about, like I said, the father issues, rationality, and it does give you a tie into the Aries energy of I will. And last and certainly not least is the I see, third eye Ajna, Sagittarius, and that card is the beautiful Four of Wands that has the hummingbird. Hummingbirds represent embracing what makes you happy and having joy. So you can actually get a hummingbird feeder if you live and it's so indicated. But the Four of Wands is celebrating your accomplishments in your relationship. It's celebrating your innate spirit of how you share yourself and how you love others in an energizing way. So if you've been a little bit lonely or down on your luck, Sag, this card purports or shows there's new energy coming your way. Joyous, playful, fun. And you can't have joy unless you have gratitude. So make like your holiday and your sign, Sag, Thanksgiving, and create your gratitude list, or at least intend to recognize what you're grateful for, not what you're missing. So happy middle year, and be sure to check out www.beliefisnotrequired.com. That's beliefisnotrequired.com. Please subscribe. Tell me what you would like once I get a paid subscription going for my website. And then I'm also working with Tavish Cardiff on Our Raw Material. So that's www.ourrawmaterial.com. You can Instagram both these energies, or in real life, Belief Is Not Required, Our Raw Material, on Instagram and YouTube and Facebook. So happy July 1st, and if you celebrate July 4th, happy 4th.